Hey guys, what's up? It's Matt in Japan, and I'm really excited to bring you Transformers Earthrise, War for Cybertron Trilogy Grapple. I have been a bit jealous lately looking at all the people online back in the States going to Targets and Walmarts and finding the whole first wave of Earthrise there, and it kept getting to me. And they don't release these things here in Japan until like end of March, some figures, and then some figures don't come out till May. Anyways, I just randomly typed in Transformers Earthrise Grapple onto Amazon.jp, and this guy came up. I paid a little bit of a premium for him, but I got him. I just ordered him yesterday. He came today. Next day shipping. So, anyways, without further ado, let's take a look at Grapple. So happy, so excited. Been wanting to get my hands on at least one figure to review here. So, anyways, let's get up close and personal. There he is in the packaging. Similar packaging box to the Siege, where you have the sort of, the square with the angle here. On the top, you have the huge Autobot symbol there, Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy. And as some people have pointed out, in falling off into space there, it looks like Galvatron, which I never noticed before. It's the first time I've had this, one of these figures in hand. Takara Tomy, Generations Transformers, Autobot Grapple. There he is. And taking a look at the artwork. Yeah, the artwork they're using for this line is a little bit different. It's a little bit less... I'm not sure what to call it. It's a little bit more cartoony, this style, than the sort of dark, sort of rugged artwork they were using for Siege. But yeah, really cool artwork. Nice, it's got the grappling hook there. And very nice representation of Grapple. Looks like he's in the middle of a storm or something there. Really nice detail. Anyways, on the side, again, you get the new artwork for Earthrise. And again, this artwork is awesome. You see Unicron there in the background, and the Ark, and all the characters there. Sideswipe, and I love that image of Shockwave. He's up to no good right there. He's doing something. I don't know what he's doing, but anywho, Transformers Authentic. There it is, Earthrise. Product info on the bottom, and on the back you have your product images. Autobot Grapple, Transformers. It does show the ramp there that you can connect. They're all compatible there. There he is, transforms in 16 steps, his robot mode, his vehicle mode, and more product info. So, let's take a look at this guy and see what he's all about. Okay, so we got Grapple out of the packaging, and a couple things I noticed different about Earthrise. First off, is that when I took him out of the plastic, there were no little ties that kind of held him in there. He was packed in really tight. It was kind of difficult to get him out of the packaging. So please, if you guys are picking up these figures, please be careful. I had to cut away at the plastic a little bit with some scissors. They fit very snug inside the plastic mold there. That is one difference. Another difference is inside the box is the insert. I'm sure you've seen this. I'm sure you've seen this a few times. He does come with a little decoder piece, but the weird thing about the Grapple is there's nothing to decode on him. All the red lines, they're just there. You can just go like that. There's no planet names or anything like that. I looked and couldn't find anything. If I'm missing something, please let me know. I looked over here. I couldn't really find anything. I'll just put that in the background, actually, for now. Also, the size of this little decoder thing, this is what comes with Earthrise. This is an original sort of G1 decoder strip or whatever. Because they used to be big. I have G1 Ape Face, the Japanese G1 Ape Face here. So it used to fit like the whole thing. Whereas the Earthrise ones, they're really shrunk down. You can still do it, but it's just to show you the size comparison. It's a lot smaller. Anyways, it'd almost be better to use the original on the Earthrise to probably cover more area there. But that's what they give you, just to show a comparison, old and new. But that's cool that they include those. I was just kind of disappointed a little bit that Grapple didn't have anything to decode. Anyways, those are a couple differences I've seen in the packaging. So, anyways, let's get up close with this guy. Right out of the packaging, he feels good. He feels solid. Feels nice. Let's get a quick look at that head sculpt. You do, if you can get in close, you do see that the eyes are painted. It's really difficult to see, but they do seem to be a light blue, but a very nice silver painted face. Very nice head sculpt. I do not have a G1 Grapple here for comparison, but I do have an Inferno, and I'll just kind of compare them really quickly. They do, they share the molds, and I'm sure we're going to see a repaint of this guy as Inferno. Although we did get an Inferno, I think it was Combiner Wars at the end there. They did the repaint of Hotspot into Inferno. So I'm not sure if they're going to repaint it into Inferno. I mean, we just got a Starscream in Siege too, and they just come out with another Starscream for Earthrise, so who knows. Anyways, let's get back into it. You get the nice little detail, the blue lights there. Really nice aesthetic. This guy really, really nice. You get the blue, light blue, kind of transparent plastic there for the lights. You get the Autobot symbol there. Some nice silver paint here. One thing I did notice is lots of molded detail on this guy. Just little places here and there. Lots of little molded details. Very, very nice. Going down, his waist and upper legs seem to be just black plastic. Again, going down, not much on the legs. You do get that silver paint on the side. Turning him around. This is where I saw most of the molded detail kind of tucked in back there. I'm sure we'll see it more in vehicle mode. But yeah, lots of molded detail. Just lots of little nice lines and really, really nice. I'm really impressed. You get some paint, silver paint here on the back. You get some little construction type black stripes there. Also, one thing that is very true to the G1 is these parts that are painted in silver. So yeah, all around really nice. Feels nice. Feels heavy. Feels solid. The plastic looks really nice. You get the see-through light blue windshield there. We'll see more of that when we get into vehicle mode. Just a quick comparison with this is a G1 reissue of Inferno, but you can see some similarities as far as the little lights up front, the headlights here. Also, these things are painted here silver. So yeah, I mean, also the shape of the feet. They really knocked it out of the park there. Would have been nice if they had it a little bit of silver to sort of break up all that orange on the leg there, like they did with the original. Not a big deal, but they did paint. They did paint this part. So yeah, there's just a quick kind of comparison. It's not Grapple, but it's close enough. So this is a Voyager class. So let's bring in Voyager class Springer from the Siege line, and he's all armored up, ready for battle. And the Deluxe from Siege, we'll bring in Red Alert, just so you can see how those scale with each other. And they do scale quite nicely. The Voyager class scales quite nicely, and same with the Deluxe. So anyways, there's a comparison with those guys. Take them out of the way. And we'll just show off his accessories. He does come with a gun. And just comparing this with, sorry. Whoa, there goes, sorry about that. There goes those spring-loaded fists from Inferno on the G1. Forgot about those. This is the G1 Inferno's gun. And this is Grapple's gun. Just do a quick comparison. They do have some similarities. I'll just mold it in black plastic. See if I can get a better shot of that. Yeah, some similarities. So sort of the open top there and the thing sticking out. Anyway, so he does come with that. And he does come with his little, grappling hooks, hence the name Grapple, which this can change out, much like Impactor had on his arm, on his forearm. You have the fist here, and this is, I was a little bit disappointed too. I tried this. This is a little bit loose. This hand seems to be, you can do it on either hand. This one seems to be nice and tight, this pin here. That seems to be nice and tight. This one, let's see, it's a little bit loose. I don't know if there's a way to fix that. Anyways, so you can plug in his grappling hook. That's what you call it. Plug it in there, and he does get that look with the grappling hook there. So you can do it on either hand. It's up to you, personal preference. So yeah, so those are his accessories. And let's just take those off real quick. And let's get into the articulation. Let's put his hand back. Okay, so articulation. His head can do a full 360. Other than that, very limited. It's probably just on a mushroom, what do you call it? Mushroom joint or mushroom cap there. Doesn't seem to be on a ball joint at all. So it can do a full 360. Yeah, it is. Yep. So yeah, you don't really have a lot of, you can look side to side. Not a lot of posability on the head. Shoulders can go full 360. They can go in and out. You do have a bicep swivel. You do have about a little more than 90 degree at the elbow, and because of the transformation with the grapple effect, you do get that little bit of wrist articulation there. Whoop, that is coming out. Yeah, I think another thing too, just be careful when you're moving his arm out. That does, because of transformation, that does not really peg in that well. It's pretty secure, but just be careful if you're posing him. He does have a nice waist swivel, and he does have full range of motion. He can do the kicks in and out, side to side. He can do the full splits like that, and he does have an thigh pivot and about 90 degrees at the knee. And as you know, we saw in the siege line, he does get a little bit of ankle tilt there. Not a whole lot. And I'm assuming that's because of why do I keep saying transportation? Because he's a vehicle. I'm thinking about, let's get him into vehicle mode. So there is a little bit of play in the foot there. Not a whole lot of ankle tilt, a little bit. Because of transformation, you do get a little bit of leeway there. So yeah, really nice articulation. Seems like you can get him in some really cool poses. So anyways, speaking of transportation and vehicles, let's get him into his vehicle mode and see what that's all about. Yeah, sorry guys, I just missed one thing before we get him into his vehicle mode. I was just looking at the instructions, and they do look very nice and clear. But one thing I missed, and I can't believe I missed this, is that on his back, you saw that little silver hose thing. So this just pegs in onto the crane part in the back. There's a little notch there, and there's a peg that you can take that off. So if you want the other look, you can plug this in too and have him with the sort of hose. I don't know if it's a hose or not. It's some sort of laser gun or something like that. So that's like another look you can do. So you can change it out for the grappling hook or the claw, if you want to call it that, or the I'm just gonna call it a laser gun or hose. I mean, if it was Inferno, it'd be a hose. I'm not sure about what the proper term for grapples would be. Anyways, sorry I missed that. So that's just one more thing. So let's now get him into vehicle mode. Okay, so here we got Grapple in his vehicle mode. And yeah, very fun, intuitive transformation. Very similar to the G1 toy, actually. So if you know how to transform Grapple or Inferno or any of that character's mold, it comes pretty easily. I did look at the directions. The directions are great. I think they're a lot clearer than the Siege directions. They're very easy to follow and nice and big, and I didn't have any problems. So that being said, let's take a look. So all his accessories, tab into ports on the side. There's his hook and or his claw, his grapple, whatever, and his gun, and that little bit here just fits where it did in robot mode. And there are some ports on the sides for more, more accessories and things, and you can do the effects blast. There are some places you can put the effects blast on him here and here, and there is a hole right here where the hook is that you can. I don't know if this will work, but let's try it. Yeah, fits in there too. So those are compatible. Anyways, taking a look at the vehicle mode, yeah, really nice. It cleans up really nice. Again, very similar to the G1 toy in transformation and looks. Just bringing in G1 Inferno here for comparison. Yeah, very similar, where you get the arms there on the sides, and the feet extend there on the back. You get the ladder or the crane on top. Very similar in its transformation. So really nice homage to that. Getting close here on the detail. Again, you get the nice transparent blue windscreen on the sides, on the side windows, and then on the front windscreen there. You pretty much saw all that in vehicle mode. Not much on the bottom. On the sides, you do get a little bit more of that black stripe there, and you get some nice molded detail on this. So on the crane part, this does it can move and it can do a full 360. So you do get a lot of playability there, and this actually goes in and out, so you can extend it, or you can shorten it, or you can extend it. Also, this hook here, not really a full hook. It's actually a closed. It would have been cool if that was open, then you could have maybe hooked stuff onto there. But they closed it up. But anyways, that is also, you can put that any way you want, and it does have that extra little port, which is nice. You can put a gun in there or whatever you want. So let's put that down for there, and that does kind of fit in there also. One thing it doesn't tell you in the instructions, but I just turned the head around. Otherwise, you do have him sort of peeking out there. It's actually one thing I didn't do on the old toy, but that does look better if you just turn his head around. Not so obvious. And you do get some nice detail here. This little painted part on the side. And he does for the most part peg together pretty well. He seems pretty solid in vehicle mode. And he rolls fairly well. Not great. I don't know if it's something I did here, but yeah, the front wheels do not roll. They kind of roll freely here, but once you kind of get him down, he doesn't. He rolls all right. He rolls okay. Yeah. So yeah, really cool. So it's a lot of you can have a lot of fun with this figure, I think. Yeah, not the back. I was just gonna say, not a lot of, there's that little hollow spot there, but not a lot of they filled in all the gaps, and it's pretty nice, pretty well done. There is some paint on the back hubcaps, whereas the front hubcaps are just orange plastic. So you get that. And yeah, so that's about it for his vehicle mode. So I'll just put him down there with G1 Inferno. Yeah, so that is Transformers Earthrise Grapple. And I hope you guys enjoyed the review. And I'm looking forward to getting, I'm mainly interested in getting Wheeljack. Maybe Ironworks. Ironworks looks pretty cool. Not too crazy about Cliff Jumper. Or Hoist, really. Hoist doesn't look bad. Who knows? I said that about Siege too, and ended up getting most of the line. Anyways, so for Transformers Earthrise War for Cybertron Trilogy, this has been Matt in Japan, and for Grapple and G1 Inferno. Thank you for watching.